Good evening, everybody. Well, it's Saturday night then. That only means one thing. It's Btcc time. Round 6. Blimey, where's the time gone? Can't believe it's on round 6 already. Over halfway through the season. 10 rounds in total. What you're watching here is the replay from the feature race last week at Suzuka Circuit. Yeah, you see, Jimmy was meddling with the weather again, so it was a great race. Up and down the grid, there was all different sorts of strategies going on. This man you're looking at here, Butler, yeah, he had a great night's racing. Got the strategy spot on, and he was involved in some absolute classic touring car moments. There's a one famous corner on this circuit which is 130R on the back straight, and he was involved with Matthias the Independents in Rob Gravitt's Honda, side by side through 130R in a this sort of track conditions here, still with a wet line on the outside, no contact at all, and it was one of the highlights for me and for Adam. Speaking of which, are you there, Mr. Barth?
I'm here, geared up, ready for the second half of the season. Yeah, I was reminiscing over that little bit of incident that you were talking about there with Matthias going around the outside. It was as brave as you like, and as you say, there was no contact, and it took both of them to make that move work. But what a fantastic performance, really, from Matthias. He got second overall in this feature race, didn't he? So
that's right.
It was an absolutely brilliant result for him.
Well, the lap prior to that, he outbraked none other than LFC Ben, who we all know is a rapid pair of hands. Outbraked him into the Casio triangle, got the move done. Matthias was on fresher tyres, and Ben had nothing to fight back with. And it was, I tell you what, it was a classic race all round. Congratulations to each other in the chat afterwards, which is nice to see.
Well, it was a performance that allowed us to give Matthias driver of the day, just purely for his overtakes more than anything else. But the fact that he came through and finished second as an independent was just absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it was a well-deserved driver of the day award for him from last week. That's for sure. Well,
that's right. That's twice. That's glad you mentioned that. That's twice Matthias has picked that up in the season so far. He's really proving to be a bit of a handful. He's getting a lot of respect through the quicker guys. I mean, they're all quick. I keep saying this, but they're all quick. But he's getting a lot of respect. We've not met him before. It's his first season in the touring cars, and he really has like a duck to water at Suzuka, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's done well he did well at Spa as well. He got third in the feature race at Spa overall. So, put a little bit of water on the circuit, and he's definitely one to watch. So it's going to be interesting to see how he goes tonight. Obviously, we're at a different circuit. There's no weather involved tonight, so
damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately for you. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes in dry conditions.
Fortunately for the grid, unfortunately for me. Yes, it's just a run-of-the-mill, bog-standard weather progression tonight. But this is definitely it's one of my favourite tracks to race on. But it's also a favourite with the Formula One as well. It's a really technical sort of demanding track.
It has a bit of everything, doesn't it?
It does. That's right.
Fast corners and tight corners, a long straight. So it's a circuit that the F1 boys used to use a lot in the winter testing before they moved to Bahrain. So they obviously knew the circuit really well, and it was a good testing ground. And I know you've used it for testing cars previously as well, working out which cars to use for the championship.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, you know your way around there as well as anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I like the version with the chicane because I don't know, I can't get the version without the chicane quite right because I never know when to get on the throttle on that last corner, but it creates a lot of opportunities, and it's a bit of it's quite dramatic if you're getting. It is as daft as it sounds. It is an overtaking point into the chicane, and sometimes going into the chicane on the last left-hander, you can throw a move on the inside. I'm not encouraging it, but I've seen it done. I've seen people going side by side through it, but you've got to get it right. And this track it's notorious on tyres, isn't it? It's a tyre eater, this track.
It is, especially the left front. That's the one that gets really killed around here. Not as much on the short circuit, but then we don't have to worry about that for the sprint race anyway. But yeah, you've got a long sweeping right-hander at the beginning of the lap, and then there's a couple of other areas where it really does kill your tyre, and you've got to look after it. And towards the end of the lap, as you say, you've got that chicane. So if your tyres are dead, that really, really hinders you going through that chicane at the end.
Yeah, speaking of endurance races, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Danny C, who this morning has done a 15k Tough Mudder over in Yorkshire. And the chat's lighting up here, and Butler's poking fun as he normally does. So he's questioning if Danny's going to get cramp in his foot when he brakes.
I got cramp in my foot just you mentioned it doing a 15k, so I don't know how Danny's managed.
Yeah, true. That's an achievement.
Was he doing it for charity? Do you know, or was it?
I'm not sure. He does it quite. He does quite a lot of these.
If you're listening, Danny, please put that in the chat. It'd be interesting to know if you're doing it just for your own health, or whether you were competing. What was the deal for you doing it, mate? It'd be interesting to find that out.
I'm just going to pin that if I can. I'm just going to pin that to the chat. That's Danny C's channel at the top of the chat. So Danny will be streaming it from his perspective. So again, feel free to jump over to Danny's channel. It's Danny C over on YouTube, and catch it from his perspective. Drop him a like and a sub. Give him the same support you're showing me. So it's 2 minutes to past now, which is when I open the lobby. So come out of this now, and you don't need to look away for the sprint, Adam.
No, it's all right. It's easy, the sprint run. I've just seen Butler's adding fuel to the fire. He's saying he thinks that Danny caught the bus halfway round because he was quite clean. So,
well, I was going to comment that there wasn't much mud on him.
There wasn't much mud on him. I'm wondering whether it was because he was doing what he does in the feature race. He just gets out front, and then there's nobody throwing mud at him. Then, I
thought these Tough Mudders were where you have to, like an army assault course, where you have to literally crawl through pipes full of muddy water.
Yeah.
So was it a 15
before the?
Was it 15 kilometres to the Tough Mudder? Is that what he meant?
Yeah. Yeah. Or the 15 was the number of the bus that he had to catch.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Danny's going to be in the chat in a minute. I don't think he's probably not caught it up yet, but. Right, so this is the sprint race lobby. So this is, as usual, 15-minute sprint around the national circuit at Catalunya. This is another... I remember doing this once, but I did the GP circuit first, then did this, and I went straight on at the first hairpin.
You forgot to turn right.
Yeah, I forgot to turn right. And there's some steam coming out the bonnet in the minis, Adam. I'm sure you remember that.
Yeah, I remember. There was steam coming out my ears when I was trying to teach you how to drive round it as well.
Yeah, it took some tutoring. So, as we can see here, it's just no weather involved. There's no weather involved at all tonight, other than varying degrees of sun and whatnot. No mandatory tyres in this, well, apart from racing softs. That's the only tyres available to them in the sprint race. They'll be qualifying for this, so they'll have a 10-minute practice, 10 minutes qualifying, and then it's a 15-minute race. And the results of this set the grid in reverse order for the feature race. So, as it's now just turned 7:30, I am going to get this room open. I'm hoping we've had a few casualties tonight, not self-induced. Hado, who maybe we touched on last week, had a problem with his wheel clamp snapping, but he's got a part arriving today. So he's assured me that he can race, it's going to hold up, but I have said to them, if it starts to show signs of going, to just exit into the pits. He's aware of that. So, but he said he might have to do a real life pit stop because the part might arrive
just to actually repair it midway through the race.
Yeah, so he's going to actually have to carry out a proper pit stop.
That puts me in mind, there was a rally driver, I forget who it was, who was driving along and then his co-driver was reaching over and putting a ratchet in the middle of the steering wheel to try and tighten it up.
Peter Solberg.
Who was that who did that? Was it Solberg, was it?
Yeah, it was Solberg. I'm sure Ekberg will confirm that. I remember he took the wheel, he actually took the wheel, no, he didn't take the wheel off, he tightened
I think he just
centre
tightened
nut.
the nut, didn't he? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we've got
it might be a bit
13,
like that then.
So hopefully...
Well, we've got some coming in. That's
yes, that's
see.
all right. We've got Shadow. Unfortunately, his wheel has basically come up with a message. I'm sure it runs on Microsoft because it's coming up with computer says no or something equivalent. Control Alt Delete or something like that. So poor guy's having issues there. I mean, if he can get it sorted, I mean, he's got 10 or 15 minutes before the qualifying.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't have any luck on track, he has no luck off it either.
I know. He's the gods aren't with him this season, are they? So let's get the information on the screen, get the driver names off. They'll be looking at the sky, won't they, and think, has Jimmy been messing around with it?
Can you actually have rain at this circuit? I don't think you can.
No, but it looks like it, doesn't it?
It does look like it. It's looking a little bit murky and misty in the background, isn't it?
They're all panicking now, aren't they? Going, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't, would he? Yeah.
But they know I would. If there's rain available, it's getting turned on. No, I've set it to early morning, so this might work out for them. Did someone say? Did I hear? Oh, someone's on Inters. Oh, Glowing Gold's in. Ah, right. So Glowing Gold wasn't right. He had to pick his wife was coming back from a trip, so he was on chauffeur duty and wasn't sure whether he'd make it. But good to see you, Glowing.
You say that. He may have just said to her, "No, I'm racing. You got to make your own way home, love."
Might not be Glowing, that.
That's cool. Could be his wife.
Yeah, it could be Emma.
Yeah. She could have come home and decided. No, I reckon he said to her, "No, I'm racing tonight, love. You've got to make your own way home," and knowing full well how long it's going to take
do that with her. He wouldn't get away with that with Emma.
By the time she's got home.
No, I've spent quite a few meetings down at Silverstone with Glowing and at Thruxton. You've met Sam, haven't you?
I have met Sam, only the once. I think I'd spot him in a crowd, mainly because he stands above everybody else.
Yeah, he's
quite a tall chap.
A very tall chap, yeah.
How he's managed to get into that Mazda, I'll never know.
Oh dear, so this is their practice time now. So what they do is they get 10 minutes practice just to get a feel for the track. So we'll see who is whereabouts is Glowing on the lap now, as he's just coming through that hairpin. So he's on a lap now. So we'll go on board with Glowing. This corner here to the right, just going through now, that's a notorious penalty spot. You've got to be very careful with that. And then coming down here, this is where the penalty line is. Or is it not on the National?
It's not on the National.
It's not. It's on the start. It's on the main straight. That's right.
Main straight, yeah. So
we're coming through the last bit of the complex here. Through this is a tricky corner. Like he's just dropped it into second here, just to get a bit of extra rotation, and then it's a quick right, left, right through this tricky chicane here. These curbs can really throw you offline. If you catch this wrong, it throws you right over as it's just seen there. So it's quite a short lap. I think the times were in the order of 1:15, 1:14. So Clayjacks has, by all accounts, been putting in some quick laps. So it's a welcome return. You touched on it earlier, didn't you, Adam?
Yeah, he's obviously missed 3 rounds. That's right. Really going to hinder him in the championship. But he's back for this round now. Hopefully back for the rest of the season, and he's going to be one to watch because he's got nothing to lose now. He's just going to go out there and try to win, show possibly what could have happened. Where is he in the championship?
He is currently 7th.
6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's on 53 points with Legion leading the championship on 94. So mathematically, it is possible he can still win it, but realistically, missing
It's a tall
3
order.
rounds, it is a very, very tall order, but he'll give it his best shot for sure, and he's going to be one to watch for the rest of the season while he plays catch-up.
That's right.
Danny C, of course, is still playing catch-up from missing round 1, and he's currently running 3rd in the championship, so a couple of good results, and it could turn everything around.
That's right, and Legion has gone back to the top of. He did lead it at one point. LFC Ben overtook him, but then, in Ben's own words, he had a shocking day at. It wasn't Suzuka, it was at Dragon Trail. It's dropped him down to second. I say second. Legion is on 94 points and Ben's on 93, with Danny hot on the heels on 78. So it's very close, and it's also extremely close in the manufacturers, with Honda leading it still. 2 points in front of Nissan, with Renault in 3rd place, 2 points behind Nissan. So it's all to play for. So yeah, and it's shaping up nicely, isn't it, Adam?
It is, and the fact that we've only done half the season, it's almost like you're starting again from scratch, aren't you? When you've got somebody like Clayjack's coming back in, so you know it is all to play for. Every point is going to be vitally important. So they're going to be trying to get this pole position. They're going to be trying to get the fastest laps. And then obviously they're going to be trying to get as many wins as they possibly can as well, because if it ends up where they're tied on points, that's going to become important. So we saw what happened last year. We've mentioned it before. Legion won most races last season, but it didn't actually come to the championship in the end. So it's something to watch. You can't give up on anything.
No, certainly not. And this is the guy we're watching here, Matthias, who's had the honour of receiving 2 Driver of the Day awards that we picked up on earlier in an independent vehicle, which is Rob Gravitt's Honda Accord from back in the day. Expecting good things from Matthias. I'm not going to put him under any pressure, but it seems to be a really good pair of hands. We've got the 2 Hondas there on screen, so we've got the manufacturers in the hands of LFC Ben in the classic Toka livery, James Thompson's livery, number 5, hunting down the independent at the moment. But they've all really gelled together, haven't they? We've touched on it earlier, but we've got quite a few new drivers. There's drivers in it that we've had in the past, maybe racing the odd one or 2 races, but never on a regular basis. But we've had such good racecraft, such good awareness, especially with Matthias's move on Butler last week. That was a standout highlight for me, 100%, and I think for you as well, Adam.
Well, yeah, I think we commented on it at the time on the live stream. It was very reminiscent of Alonso going around the outside of Schumacher at that very same corner. So
that's right.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant to see, and the respect as well. We saw it briefly on the build up here from the feature race, where if there's an incident, somebody slows down, gives the position back, and that's the kind of respect that we want to see all the way through. And it's something that could possibly happen tonight with moves going into the chicane. If they make a mistake, take somebody out, just slow down, give them the position back, and they all do try to give each other room and race with respect, and we can't ask anything more, really, can we?
Yeah, the guy on screen you're seeing at the moment, Hamish Irving, is Peugeot 405, driven by the one and only Swifty. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy for a pint last night. Lives down the road from me, and I never realised. Raced with him quite a few years with CC Sim, and we decided to have a pint. So I didn't realise, Swifty, did you know this, Adam? He's only been racing since end of January.
Is that all? Well,
yeah,
he's doing quite well for somebody who's not got much experience. Well, I'm saying that we're not going to judge him too harshly, but if he's been out on the water with you last night, then he might
only one pint.
Oh, was it only 1 pint? Was it?
No,
it was racing today.
It wasn't a session. No, God, no.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't. I'm too old for that now. And he also races in VR, which I wasn't aware of.
Interesting. Okay, no, that.
And he loves. Are you ready for this? He stupidly said, maybe it was the beer talking, but he said, "Oh, the rain's great in VR." And I went, you said that out loud, mate. And he went,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh.
Well, Nevin Kirkpatrick, who I
That's right.
raced with in real life and over at CC Sim when he was racing the minis, he raced it in VR, and he said the VR was very, very, very close to racing his real life minis. So it's obviously does a good job, and it's something that I would have loved to have tried, but I can't justify spending out for doing it for one game, and I'm not quick enough anyway. So. But yeah, fair play to anybody who's running around in VR.
I just want to give a shout out to this guy here. This is my very good friend from the States, Fathead. Well, it's Daddy Fathead now, but goes by various names, requested or wanted or not. But his real name's Dylan, so I'll probably be referring to him as Dylan tonight. He said he only gets called Dylan when he's done something wrong, so he's going to be worried tonight on the stream. But he's taken this. He's unfortunately. He's now replaced Storm because he's offered his services, and Storm had other commitments, and it was easier all round, and he volunteered very kindly to say, no, look, I can't make every round, so Dylan could. So I wanted to get this livery out on the track because it took double the time of the others because I had to make every decal. But I wanted to get this out on the track, and it's in the capable hands of Fathead. Very good racer from the SHP community, so very good friend of Tyler's. So yeah, these will be out for blood. So watch this tonight, Adam.
Yeah, be interesting to see how they go. So yeah, it's good to see the car out on track, as you say, with the amount of effort that you put into it. But they've had 12 minutes now in practice, Jimmy, so let's get this qualifying up and running.
That's right. So let's get a message typed up. Right, so here we go.
While Jimmy's doing that, I will just mention in passing, just because I saw the name on there, in the Independents, we said about the Drivers' Championship, we said about the Constructors' Championship, but in the Independents' Championship, it's actually Tyler in the Matt Neal Primera who's leading the way on 34 points, and Matthias, despite the fact that he's done such a good job on feature races, because he's missed a couple of rounds, that's hurt him a little bit in the Independents. He's running second on 29 points. Astral is on 22, Swifty is on 21, and Storm, who unfortunately isn't racing with us tonight, he's back on 11. But yeah, it's great to see all the Independents out on track when they can make it, and it's going to be interesting to see what can be done now that Clayjax is back. How's it going to affect?
Party's over.
Yeah, they've had it easy for the last 3 races, haven't they?
Well, I don't know. Well, if you see, Danny's not been on his usual ruthless form. LFC Ben has. So yeah, they've got. I'm not saying those two. They've been let off lightly, I think, because those two are aliens in their own right and are capable of running away with it. But they've had a couple of bad rounds each. So yeah, they've got away a bit lightly, I would say, to be honest.
Yeah, but then Clayjax, he dominated the first round, but he didn't do quite as well in the second round. He didn't win everything on that one, so he is beatable, and these guys know about it as well. And Danny will be looking at that. I've just scrolled all the way back to what I put up on Discord, just for information while these guys are going out and doing their warm-up lap. In terms of pole positions for the first 5 races that we've had this season, Ben has got 2. Legion, Clayjax and Enzo, who stood in for Clayjax, have all got 1 pole position this season. The fastest laps, Ben's got 3. Marty, who unfortunately isn't racing with us tonight, has got 3. Clayjax has got 2. Legion and Enzo have got 1 apiece. And the wins, which is the important thing that everybody's looking at, Danny has got 3 wins so far this season, the defending champion. Clayjax has got 2, Legion has got 2, Ben has got 2, and Enzo has got the 1. So nobody has completely dominated so far this season, and that shows obviously in the points as well as to why it's so close.
It's like a shipping forecast, that, Adam.
It was, wasn't it? Dogger, harder,
Coming
what
in
were the
at
ones that they
2,
say? Yeah.
gusting at 3. Mind you, having said that, we have got a headwind here, 2 mile an hour. So I don't know whether you see they do practice in a lobby, and the wind can actually change, and it can have an effect on the laps. So I'm not sure how they've been. Well, what they've had when they've been testing. So let's hope they'll leave space now and give people room, as we see Tyler letting people through there. So Clayjax has been not in a nasty way. He's been putting some quick times up on the board in the Discord. I've created a room for them to put lap times in. And last I saw, he'd done a 14.3, I think. But there's been an update since the last round, and this car under BOP conditions has had an increase in power and a reduced weight by, I think it's only 5 kilos. So it's going to be quicker and lighter, and already
he's done a 14.1, so that 14.3 that you mentioned that he's done quicker, he's already beaten that.
That was with the sandbags.
Yeah, that's true. And a full tank of fuel.
That's yes. So we've already got times coming on the board. So as Adam pointed out there, Clayjax has already lit the timing screens up with a 14.1. That's crazy. And Butler is currently a second behind. I'm going to go on board with. Let's go on board with the man on his return and see how Clayjax tackles this lap as he's coming towards the end of this sector here.
It's the last chicane that we need to watch, just to see how hard he really attacks those sausage curbs, because it's something, as you mentioned in the build-up, you get it right and it's very rewarding, but if you get it wrong, you can either spin, it can push you out to the left over here. Let's see how he takes this one. Absolutely, just a bit sideways, lost a little bit, but he's kept the momentum going.
He has picked up a penalty. That's from the yellow sausage curb.
Yeah,
now,
so that's something that's going to hurt, because this is where he's not going to take it this lap, but that's in the race. That's where you would take the penalty, and it hinders you all the way down here, of course, because it's the longest and flattest part of the circuit.
Well, you can take more of the last curb on the right hander than you can of the first one. So if you take too much of it, you can actually straddle the. Let's see how Butler takes the. Well, he didn't just miss the chicane. We'll go on board with Butler. Danny C, sorry. Yeah, if you take that last curb wrong, it throws you, the sausage curb, it throws you wide out to the left and you're in the gravel. So Danny's the closest one to Clayjax at the moment, 4/10 behind. So let's see if Danny can put a dent in that gap. But Danny will be also streaming it from his point of view, so thank you everybody tuning in to watch this. If you want to see it from Danny's perspective for the race, his YouTube channel is at the top of the chat in here. So let's see if Danny can. Let's see, is the next timing screen coming up in a minute down here? So 10th down, yeah. That's not a lot. If he can get a good drive out of here, if he can get a good chicane, he can easily pull that back. So that's interesting. Danny stays in third here, maybe to avoid the rear end stepping out.
Kept it in third through there as well, which is interesting. Down
so see, he's not taking a lot of that, and so he's monstered that one, and this is where you get a penalty there. He's just where the black tyre lines are there. This is looking a pretty decent lap, pretty tidy lap. It's looking a very good lap. Ooh, it looked quicker, didn't it?
Yeah, I think he actually lost time coming out of that final chicane. He didn't really get the power down too early. He was concentrating on making sure that it didn't spin the rear wheels up. But Glowing down in 8th, has just jumped up into 4th as we watch him. That was a personal best for Glowing. But
that's right, and we got Dylan.
Only half a second off of Butler.
That's right, we got Dylan hot on the heels of Matthias. He's in 6th place at the moment. Let's see what time Dylan's done. Very respectable.
That's going to be an interesting independence battle, isn't it?
That's right. So we've got Tyler is quick. Yes, so he's starting with a clean slate. He's not inheriting any points already scored. He's starting with his own clean slate, so he's just dropped a place there down to 7th as Dylan. So Haydo is in 8th. Swifty's in a very good 9th place here. So he's not had much time for practice. He's got a few family functions recently, so
I'm surprised at Legion down in 10th, so I'm wondering whether he just hasn't had a clear run, because he's all the way down. He's miles off the pace at the moment. So
that's right. It's very uncharacteristic for Legion.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether he just hasn't had a clear run. He's still got a bit of time. He's got about 3 minutes, but so he'll probably get about 3 laps out of this, depending on what point he crossed the line. So it looks like he was just going past Rooster.
That's right, and Rooster is stepping in for Astral, who has sadly had to depart the championship due to a new job he's found he's got. But I've always said this: is his personal life, family life first and foremost. This is just a game; it can be put down and picked up, and you'll still be at the same place when you put it down. Whereas you only get one chance in life, so full respect for Astral for that. You've got to bet you take any opportunity you can to improve. So Rooster's stepping in for Astral tonight. I'm not sure how many rounds he can do. There's 3 more after this. Sorry, 4 more after this. No, am I right? Hang on, 6. Yeah, that's right, 4. So it's getting confused then. I thought this was round 7. It's not. It's round 6. I was looking at lap 7.
It's gone quick, but it's not gone that quick.
No, I was looking at lap 7. That's what I was looking at when I was doing that. And we've got the Flying Swede back. Oof, say Flying Swede. Yeah, he's nearly got his bucket and spade out there.
He was just letting Clayjack through, I think. But yeah, it's good. It's good to have Ekberg back on the grid. So anybody who's been involved in the Discord will have seen that he produces some fantastic photos.
He does,
of all of the rounds. He's just got such a great eye for getting the angles and the lighting and getting the atmosphere of the shot, and it really captures everything absolutely beautifully. So it's great to have him on the grid, and it's great to have him beside the track doing the photography as well.
He's even done it in practice lobbies, you know, Adam.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, he just seems to.
He loves it.
If he pulls over halfway through the race, gets his camera out, takes a few shots, and then carries on with the race again. So, yeah, it's great to see.
He's a fantastic asset to the group, to the community. He's such a nice guy as well. Chatted to him a lot in the party chats, and yeah, he's a really nice guy. Ekberg, stroke Mr. IKEA, and he takes it all. He's got a great sense of humour, and yeah, he's had some good races over the season up to now. So this is 10 seconds left now with the rundown. So they've got time for another lap. So at the moment, Clayjacks, let's see what the gap is at the top. Just under 4/10.
It has come down, so Danny has improved, but
Clayjacks has also improved his fastest lap by not a lot, 1,000th.
Yeah, I can't see that one's being. I can't see that one's being beaten. Legion's improved finally. He managed to get a clear lap. He's jumped up into 5th, and it's great to see Butler in 4th as well, because Butler hasn't had the best of times in the races so far. So it's great to see that he's on the pace and challenging up the front there. So we've got LFC Ben in 2nd, so that's good for him in terms of the championship.
Danny, because he was in 3rd.
Yep, that's true.
Well, Legion's done his race prep, Adam, involving an alcoholic drink and a mixer. So,
oh, okay.
I'm not saying any names.
This can only go well then, can't it? Is he sponsored?
I don't know. He might be by the end of the night. He'll have drunk that much of it.
Well, if he's drunk that much, he needs to be sponsored by Clayjacks and have a coffee afterwards, won't he?
That's right. He'll need a few coffees. That's right. Yeah. Well, we've still got some times coming in, improvements coming in. So that's Matthias again.
Jumped up into 6th. Yeah, this guy really knows how to drive this car, doesn't he?
He's only 2/10 off Legion, who we all know can put some quick laps in. Glowing Gold is in 7th. So Matthias is out-qualified Glowing, and that's no mean feat. That's I tell you what, that takes some doing. Glowing's a rapid pair of hands. So yeah, Butler, we're hoping to capitalise on this in fourth place. But Clayjax is your pole sitter, so that's one. Well, he started out with a mission. He's already got the fastest lap. Pole. Well, not fastest lap for the race, but he's got the pole.
Are we going to see people drop into the 13s in the race? If somebody gets a slipstream, it's possible if they're that close.
Yeah, that's a point, yeah.
Well, Clayjax is that close to being in the 13, so I wouldn't put it past him. Particularly
will Clayjax drop back to be behind someone to get the toe to get the fastest lap?
Well, I mean, he's got the pace to do it, hasn't he? So I wouldn't put it past him. But if he's hunting somebody down, I can see those lap times really starting to tumble.
But look at that for a board. I mean, it's incredible how it's been like this every single race. The calibre of driver we've got in this series is quite honestly staggering, and it's been you've really got to be on your A game. So we've got Clayjax taking pole position on his return to the series after a three-week break. So picking up where he left off, it would seem. For Team Renault, we got LSE Ben right on his tail in second place, racing for Honda. Danny C, who's also streaming, as I said, from his perspective, in third place for Team Audi. We got Butler, great result for Butler, putting it in fourth position. For Team Volvo, Legion finally got a decent lap in for Nissan in fifth place. Matthias racing for Honda in the Independents, great result in sixth place for Matthias. Glowing Gold racing Patrick Watts' Mazda in seventh place, great result for you, Glowing, that's fantastic, mate. And Hado with a 50-50 wheel in eighth place for BMW, that's a cracking result. Oh, shouldn't have said that, should I? Oh dear.
Well, he said in the chat he has 4 points on his clamp, one just broke before quali. So
I just said that's a cracking result. I shouldn't have
exactly. Yeah, it's disintegrating as we speak.
Yeah. So how much of it will be left after the race is anybody's guess. We've got Fathead and his debut race here at for Jimmy's Touring Cars is in ninth place, racing for Independent Fords in Charlie Cox's Mondeo. Tyler right on his heels in Matt Neal's Nissan Primera in 10th place, Swifty in 11th for Peugeot on the Independents. Ekberg, uncharacteristic for Ekberg, in 12th place for the manufacturer Ford in Anthony Reid's Mondeo Rapid Fit. And we've got Rooster rounding up the grid in 13th place for Independent Vauxhall in JB Wall's Cavalier in 13th place. Do you want to get a picture of those, Adam?
Yeah, I've already got all of that, and that's fine.
You've got that, have you?
Yep.
Okay, brilliant.
Only really need it for the results anyway after the race, don't we?
Yeah, but
I know who's got pole. I've already made a note of that.
Good stuff. Right. For clean ace, good luck.
So,
are we ready for this one?
Hopefully we're going to have a nice clean first corner, because it is quite a tight first corner. They have to remember, unlike you forgetting, they have to remember that they turn right a little bit earlier than they have to later on. So.
Oh no, I just didn't turn. It wasn't. Okay. I didn't leave it late. I just didn't turn because I
didn't turn and full throttle into the tyre wall.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. we won't dwell on that. But right. So, here we go for round 6 sprint race here at Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona for round 6 here at Jimmy's British Touring Car Championship. 17 watching. I tell you what, enjoy this. This is going to be a battle. This is a fast pace. It's a short lap. So hold on to your drinks and let's get this race underway. You ready, Adam? In 3,
ready as I'll ever be.
2, 1. Let's get the race going here. No rain, despite what the clouds look like. I'm sure they're all. I'll just catch up with some once we get the race underway. I thought it'd. Oh, thank God for that.
It was taking its time, wasn't it?
It was.
It has started now. That's all right.
So we got a false start check here, so we've got to keep the foot on the brake or whatever method, excuse me, they want to use. Waiting for the lights to go on now. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Wait for the pause now, wait for the lights to go out. No false starters, and they're away. Now the first turn is a right-hander, and Clayjax has immediately gone straight over to the right to defend, to get the inside line. With LFC Ben, he's making, yeah, I tell you what, he's not going to let Clayjax is having to defend this like mad, and Ben has gone for a move around the outside. Can he make that stick? But Clayjax has got the advantage for the next corner. Can he keep it on the inside? He's got it done. What a move by Ben.
What a start by Ben. That was absolutely fantastic. But Clayjax is going to have the slipstream now going down into this next section.
I've got to show you. Sorry, I've just got to show you that. This is commitment here, and they nearly lost it coming out of here. Side by side through this complex. Ben managed to get it done, made it stick, and off into the lead.
Stuff. And he's held on to it as well going down into that section, so I can't see anybody really making a move early on going down here unless they're in the middle of a pack and they're avoiding people. But that was absolutely vital for Ben's campaign here, getting the jump off the line at Clayjax. As I said, that we are going side by side. That's Legion just been pushed wide by Glowing, but Glowing's
held back.
back.
Yeah. And Dylan's taken advantage of that. So that's great to see from Glowing. That's what happens when I explained in the warm up. If you take too much of that curb, it hooks your inside wheels, and it can just throw your car offline. And that's what happened with Glowing there. It was nothing deliberate, and it was it's a characteristic of that corner. But Dylan,
hope that Legion didn't get a penalty for that, even though he was pushed off.
I don't think,
because it would have been. Would be a real shame if he did, because it wasn't his fault. But yeah, Dylan's keeping Matthias honest in this race already.
He is, and he's defending like mad from Glowing Gold. The Glowing Gold right behind him. So, and Tyler is changing like mad here. Oh, there was a bit of an incident here.
Inside, yeah.
So was that Tyler punting? I think that was Tyler went into the back of Fathead there. So let's see if we can get that.
Suddenly all got slowed up. Ekberger's got a second penalty there, but let's see, what happened. It just suddenly all crammed up in front, and I saw Glowing go into the back of somebody. And did Tyler then aid into that a little bit through no fault of his own, really?
And Ekberg
just threaded the needle.
Threaded the needle straight through. That's an opportunistic move. So Clayjax has regained the lead at the top. Having said that, or has he? Yeah.
Well, he's going to try and repeat what Ben did at the start of the race. Now he's got the inside line of this next corner and gets it done. So that's getting his own back on LFC Ben from what Ben did at the start. But look at that man, Danny C, hunting in the background, waiting for these two as they start to battle themselves. There's
Clayjax was listening to the stream, Adam. He dropped back behind Ben to get the fastest lap.
Oh right, well it's worked because he's got the fastest lap at the moment.
Exactly. So but Danny C's in third.
He's not in the 13s yet, so he's still got some time in his pocket, isn't he?
That's right. And Glowing has made his way back up to 6th despite that earlier spill, but he's got himself a half-second penalty. Now that's on this corner here. I'm not sure that's where he got it, but that corner is notorious. If it's almost a cigarette paper between getting a penalty or not. You've got to be so careful. Look, as you see how much curb they're taking on the exit. Not all of them are taking that, but this really hurts them here because the penalty line is right on the start-finish as they're getting up to speed. So, will this give Matthias a chance to get on the back of Glowing here?
I think Matthias was a little bit further back, unfortunately, so Glowing has got away with that. But obviously he had that half-second penalty, but as we've said before, you lose more than that by the time the car's slowed down and got back up to speed again. Who was that? I missed who that was. Was that Rooster disappearing down the inside and getting past 3 people?
It was.
He's got it back on track. This is the fight in the independents here, and Swifty's managed to get that position back.
I'll see if I can get that move. I'll see if I can get that.
I didn't actually 100% see what happened. It looked like he braked way too late, and straight down the inside, somehow missed Haydo, straight off the circuit. I think Haydo actually saw it coming and twitched out the way, so that was great awareness there by Haydo. But yeah, didn't quite work for Rooster there, did it? But fair play for having a go.
So these three that you see now, Rooster, Tyler, and Fathead all know each other, all race together. So this could be a fireworks developing. I'm sure they'll all be in their own party chat.
They might be at the back of the grid, but they don't care about that, do they?
Nope,
They just want to beat each other. This is a fight in the independents as well, which makes it more interesting for them. So the lead independent at the moment is still Matthias, a little bit further up the road. But yeah, the Swifty there, he's got a half-second penalty. He'll take that on the next lap, right up behind Haydo. Haydo's a little bit further down than we would have thought, but Ekberg's actually made up quite a lot of ground because he started right at the back and he's already up into 8th place, so he's doing a fantastic job, is Ekberg.
But Haydo's effectively a wounded animal at the moment.
That's true, yeah.
So maybe he's trying to make it last as long as he can. He's still got 10 minutes to go yet, but I've got a feeling, he did say to me that he's going to have a real life pit stop, so hopefully the part arrives, but I don't think I've not known Haydo to use the pad at all, I don't think. So we're just going to go quickly back to the top, come out of this view here. So look at these three, anything to play for here. There's probably, I was just going to say, there's not a massive gap between them.
Well, it's settled down a little bit. They've got a bit of gap between them now, but Clayjax has still got that fastest lap. It's not quite as fast as he went in qualifying, but he doesn't really need to push too hard. And then Danny's just tracking along in behind there, picking up the points, keeping Ben in eye shot, because anything can happen. We've seen them make mistakes before.
That was close for Danny. That was very close to a penalty.
On track limits.
It was, yeah. That cut the right-hander coming out up the hill after turn 1 and 2. We found that out in the minis. I don't know what it is. It's a difference between literally a couple of millimeters or pixels or whatever you want to call it, and it's a lottery. You can get a half second and one. You do the same the next lap and you get a second. So yeah, that's I don't know whether it's a glitch or not, but that's the one to watch. But Danny got away with it this time. So Butler has found himself. He's got Legion for company. So let's go on board. Let's go on board with Butler. And that's the view Butler's got in his rear view mirror. He knows what Legion's capable of. So Butler's just got get his head down. The last thing Butler wants is a penalty, because that will put him down, because he's got Legion and Glowing in close formation behind him. So he'll be concentrating here. We'll just watch Butler how he takes this curb here. It's not this corner. It's this corner now. This one. Yeah, you've got to stay well away from that. Red and white curb's fine. Any further than that, and it's a definite penalty.
To be fair, there's quite a few sections around this circuit where it's so very easy to get a penalty, even not running that far off. But Legion's really starting to reel in Butler here a little bit, isn't he? He's didn't have the best of qualifying, did Legion? Got tangled up in an instant at the beginning of the race, but he's really starting to come on strong now and putting Butler under a lot of pressure. And as you said, the last thing Butler needs here is a penalty, so he's going to need to try and keep it clean, as he's got an absolutely...
and Legion
has got half second, so...
That is not what Legion wants to see. Butler will be rubbing his hands now.
Where's Glowing? Because Glowing was behind. I think he had a penalty the last lap round, so this is going to close them two up. This is going to give Butler a little bit of breathing space. Let's see how much he loses now. Watch Glowing. Glowing's got a bit ahead of speed, but he's not close enough to do anything this time, so that's just stubbed it out a little bit now.
He's lost a second from a half second penalty, as he's gone a little bit wide there now. But Glowing's definitely putting his car right in it. He's giving Legion putting his car in his mirrors here. He's going to have purple mirrors, is Legion. If you get any closer, the screen at the edges goes black. I've had that numerous times, but this is another opportunity if you're a little bit closer than this. This is a bit too far back. Oh,
properly closed up under brakes.
He really did. He did. Yeah, but Legion, they're twitching on that. Just getting the power down on that, the curbing out of that tight hairpin.
You notice how Legion pulled away on the exit there. It's because Glowing got so deep on the brakes. He had to really anchor it up to get the car turned, and what he gained on the brakes, he lost on the exit. So it didn't actually gain him anything. He was a little bit smoother through the chicane there.
But he's got a run now.
He's going to be in the toe on Legion. Legion didn't get the best of runs through that chicane.
Oh, and Legion's trying to break the toe straight away. He knows he's vulnerable.
Trying, isn't he?
He is, but he's vulnerable. He's keeping the bump drafting each other.
That's a little bit clever there from Glowing. He's kind of pushing him on a little bit and try and get him to see if he can outbrake it down the inside. Has he got the room? Bit of a rub. Try to make that nice white Primera a little bit more purple as he rubs down the side of it. But
putting another purple line down it. Maybe he doesn't like the design.
No, there's not many of us who do. So it's not the correct livery. We all know that. But
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He's
you poked the bear again, didn't you?
He's a bit touchy on this, but here's a move from Glowing. He's going to try it round the outside here.
Round the outside, surely not. Gives him room, his Legion.
What great racing!
There, down the inside.
He's got the line for the chicane. I tell you what.
That was brilliant move from Glowing. Absolutely fantastic. Look at this.
Look where this started. This all started coming into this tight left-hander here. Glowing tries to put it round the outside. No contact made. Side by side through this twisty section here. This is tough doing, but look at the respect shown. He's managed to get the inside line there. Straight into the chicane. Glowing, what a move, mate. So no complaints here.
In 2 laps, and Glowing's actually got a penalty there for his trouble, but in 2 laps Legion has gone from trying to fight Butler to having a proper ding-dong battle as he tries to get through the door of Glowing into that corner.
Oh, Legion's put in the purple paint back on the car.
He has. Clayjax has improved on the fastest lap as well, and just not into the.
But look at this for a lead.
He's 5 seconds up in front. He's desperately trying to get that 13, isn't he? He's seen my challenge, and he's desperately trying to get it.
Danny C has just been done by Ben. So we'll see if we can.
Behind Ben, so I'm wondering whether they did swap positions and we've missed it, and LFC's gone back through.
So this is where the move was done.
Yeah, so Danny's tried to get the move,
and Ben's come down the inside. How did he manage to get that? He's got round. Yeah, what a move! That was well played from Ben there.
So these two are starting to fight, and that's just helping Clayjax out front. He can just sit back and relax as we've only got 2.5 minutes left of this race to go.
But let's just go back down to this battle between these two here.
There's a move for the lead, sorry. We've got to watch 2 different places. Glowing just got a penalty there, so that scuppered his chances to get past Legion, even though they were side by side. And Danny's got the lead, the second place back from Ben, or has he? Again, they're side by side.
These are having a great battle here.
Absolutely. Neither of them want to be second at it, the way it looks, does it? They get second and then immediately give it back again.
Let's watch it from the classic touring car view, shall we, Adam?
Yeah, here we go. He's going to look down the inside. He tried this a lap ago and it didn't quite work, so
he's got it this time.
Braking right. Slow it down. Park it on the apex.
He's gone wide.
Has he gone
left
wide
the
again?
door open.
No, he's got the run. He's fine. He got it covered that time. And that's put Ben down into third.
He's turning that Audi into a Volvo, making it look as wide as he can.
He's going to hope that the back end's made of a Volvo as well, because it's going to be having a Honda chewing away at the bumper bar for the rest of this race. So let's see what Ben can do. Can he get a good run? He's going to have to tow. There's a good run from Danny out of that chicane.
It is. He's immediately going over to the right.
Definitely trying to break the toe. And to the other side.
Haydo can't do that manoeuvre, otherwise you'll...
Because his wheel will fall off, won't it?
He'll carry on into the barriers. Oh, as Ben goes for a move down the inside here.
He got it stopped. That was brave on the brakes, and he got it stopped. But Danny's still running outside. Can he hold it?
What a move between these. This is great racing between these. I know, sorry, we're concentrating on these two, but this is where the battle is at the moment. I'm just going to see how close... I know we've got 41 seconds left. I'm just going to quickly go down to this battle here. They're spread out. So Butler's got a safe 4th place at the moment. He's 3 seconds, just under 4 off Danny. So I'm just going to quickly go down to the back of the grid and just see where Rooster. So Fad is in 9th place. He's not lost any positions. That's where he qualified. So
he's go back up to Clayjacks because he's just coming into the final corner now. This will he get another lap? This is close. He might get one more lap. I think he will do. He is. He's going to get one more lap. But will Ben and Danny? I don't think they will because they're a bit further back. Nope. So this is going to be it. So Ben's managed to take 2nd place off of Danny.
What a race between these two!
That was a great run. So Clayjacks has got his nice parade lap again, hasn't he?
As we see, Legion bringing it home in 5th. We've got Glowing in 6th. Matthias, another good result for Matthias in 7th and 8th, with a dodgy wheel for Hado, and then we've got Fathead bringing it home in 9th, Ekberg in 10th, and we've got Tyler bringing it home in 11th, and Swifty rounding up the grid in 12th place, followed by Rooster. So I tell you what, there's some good battles in the independents, Adam.
Yeah, they were close all the way through, weren't they? Apart from Matthias, who kind of left them all standing and was up there in 7th. But
let's see if he manages to beat his time.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it past him. He's got no worries, has he?
He's been threatening a 13, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's pushed as hard as he likes on this last one because he knows he can't lose the race now.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Let's just see. No, I don't think so. No. Half a second off.
Slow one for slow one for Clayjacks. That. Right. So let me just quickly do this first. Save the replay. Make sure that's done. Right. You can read through the results, and I'll just pick up a couple of chats. We've got a message in the chat. I only need to wait an hour, or survive an hour. Hado says until the part arrives. So.
Well. Okay, so we've got Clayjacks who won that race. He didn't make it easy for himself. He lost it off the line to Ben, but once he got the lead, that was it really. He won it by about 7 seconds, I think. It says a lap, but that isn't quite right because obviously he got that final one and got the fastest lap. Ben finished 2nd, a fighting 2nd, but he did still get a good lap. He's not that far off of Clayjacks' fastest lap if you see the times there. Danny, defending champion, in 3rd in the Audi. Butler getting a great result in 4th place in the Volvo. Legion coming through in 5th. He had to fight hard for that, but that's a great result for Legion. Glowing coming home in 6th place in the Mazda. Matthias, lead independent, finishing in 7th place. That's a great result for Matthias. Hado, with his broken steering wheel, working miracles by finishing 8th in the Wilhoy BMW. And then we move on to the bottom end of the table now. Fathead in his first round in the Charlie Cox Mondeo, 2nd in the independents in his first time out, in 9th overall. That's a great result for him. Ekberg, we did see him a bit higher up, so he must have had an incident somewhere along the line, unfortunately, but he's finished in 10th place. Tyler in 11th in the independent Primera, Swifty in 12th, and Rooster taking out the grid, and I've got that picture as well. So fantastic results there from everybody. To be fair, they were all fighting, they were all clean, and just I can't get over that move from what Glowing did, going round the outside.
That was absolutely incredible.
Brilliant.
It was a joy to watch.
And respect to Legion as well for actually allowing that move to happen. I say that a little bit tongue in cheek, but a move like that, you have to rely on the guy that you're racing with for it to be clean. Both of them were clean, so respect to both of those guys. I know that Legion won't see it that way because he lost the position, but he gained it back anyway. But yeah, absolutely fantastic result, and great racing by everybody.
That's right, yeah, well said, Adam. There's some great results there, and that'll certainly mix the leaderboard up. Well, I'm going to open the feature race lobby, and this is where Hado now gets his spanners out, and hopefully he's got the part, or he's going to have to be multiple pit stops in addition to the required pit stops in the feature race. So if I go to load settings now, this is where you look away, Adam.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Okay, well, I've said this every week, but we have new viewers. There's 10 watching still. That's brilliant. So for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, first of all, thank you. The rules on this are they must use the hard compound tyre and the medium compound tyre during the race. It's a 30-minute endurance race. There's fuel use and tyre wear. They don't know the degrees of each of these until now. So I keep these under wraps until I open the lobby so that no one gets an advantage. They're all on an even keel. So it's running in the evening, progressing through. It's a rolling start as opposed to a grid start in the sprint race. So I'm not going to shout out the tyre and fuel figures because I get told off. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you have been waiting for. So keep an eye on that. And they're starting on a default of 85 litres. So it's not a full tank. So they've got to bear that in mind. I'm assuming this is going to be a 14 to 15 lap race, roughly. So we'll see how they go on with the tyre wear. So without any further jabbering from me, let's get this room open and get the feature race lobby open. Excuse me, I have to burp.
Very professional. Well, everybody's loading in. We'll,
the professional part was warning you.
That's true.
So I've got a feeling Haydo now will be busy stripping his wheel. I think it's only a clamp, so I'm assuming it's just unscrewing the clamp, unscrewing it off the base, and then putting a new one on. So we'll soon see what's happening. But
if we get panicked messages, it's taking longer than he expected. Wait for me, wait for me.
What was that? What was the classic formula? What was the classic Kimi coming out the pits in the F1? Give me my wheel! Yes. Give me my wheel!
Yeah. So he'll be tootling down the pit lane on his way to the rolling start with no steering wheel.
That's right, and his pit crew will have to chuck it over the wall at him.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So hopefully everybody correct, brilliant. Everybody is in the car, so we can set the grid. Yeah, change grid order. Right. I love doing this bit. I know this one.
Favourite bit. Clay jacks all the way down to the bottom.
I love doing that.
Brilliant. Then it's Ben.
Ben, that's right.
Then it'll be Danny.
Yes.
Then Butler.
Yes.
Then Legion.
Oh, there's going to be fireworks at the back, innit? Yeah.
Then it's Glowing.
Ooh, I tell you what, this is looking tasty.
Matthias.
Oof, right. Yep.
Haydo, with or without a steering wheel. Then it's Fathead. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Sorry, Fathead.
Yep.
Then it's Ekberg. Then Tyler. Then Swifty.
Oh, hang on a minute. I've got this wrong. Go from Fathead.
So Fathead is after Haydo.
No, right. Right. Go from Matthias. I've messed it up. So go from who's after Matthias?
Matthias, then Haydo.
Right, that's what I've done wrong. Yeah, then Fathead, then Ekberg.
Then Fathead, then Ekberg.
Ah, that's what I've done. Right, yeah.
Then Tyler.
Yeah.
Then Swifty, and then Rooster is on pole.
Rooster on pole. Right, so let's just run it through quickly. So Clayjacks, Ben, Danny, Butler, Legion, Glowing Gold, Matthias, Haydo, Fathead, Ekberg, Tyler, Swifty, and Rooster.
Correct.
Brilliant.
Yep, absolutely.
Apply. So that is the grid set. So
that was a bit more of a challenge than I expected because I didn't get the best of pictures on the second table.
Oh,
I couldn't actually properly read it. I had to go by the liveries.
Oh, well done, Adam. Well, only you could do that. Yeah.
I was living up to my only skill set in life.
Oof, two laps in and look at the tyre wear, Adam.
On a medium as well. Yeah, that's going to make life interesting. And you can see straight away as well that left front is the one that's the one that's taking all the heavy wear around this layout. So this is going to make life very interesting for them, particularly at the start of the race, because as Jimmy said, they were only on 85 litres. That's not a full tank of fuel, so that's something else that they've got to take into consideration with their strategy.
That's right. So there's a lot of it's a balancing act. So obviously, the less heat you put through the tyres, i.e., less aggression on the throttle, the less tyre wear you're getting. But the downside to that is you're going to be losing time. So it's a balancing act. Of you may want to do some cool down laps where you do get some heat in the tyres, but then you back off a little bit, but everybody will be suffering the same. So I think you're going to see. I think it's definitely. I'd be amazed. There's no way. It's got. A one stop possibly.
I can't see a one stop with those mediums. The way
if they start on the hards potentially.
Well, yeah, but they've got to go a long way into the race.
They have.
Make the mediums last towards the end, and if they've only done 5 minutes and they're already that worn, I'd be very, very surprised. I mean, particularly the faster guys, they're obviously going to use more tyre wear, so it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. It
certainly is.
There's a couple out there that we know that are very good on their strategy, particularly in the wet races. So, yeah, it's something that's going to be a big question mark as to how they're going to go about it. We've seen the likes of Legion go really, really aggressive on the strategy, and he's not backwards and coming forwards when it comes to doing the faster tyres two stints in a row. So interesting. That's right. To see how he does.
We've seen Legion do quite a few undercuts and Butler also. Butler only needs to see the wipers stop and he's straight in the pits onto slicks. Now that's not going to be a factor tonight because there's no rain, but he's very good on the tyre wear. Butler, he doesn't always get it right. Ben is pretty good on tyre wear. Now we do get there is a difference between pad controller users and steering wheel users. I'll just quickly touch on it. If it's in the wet, you're better on a pad, but you suffer with tyre wear because you can correct a spin, but you get better tyre wear on the wheel. Now on a dry track, the controller users are going to be are going to suffer slightly more, but you've got pad users like Danny who uses both. But LFC Ben is rapid on a pad, but he's also good on tyre wear. He's got this golden technique, and I'm not sure what it is, but he seems to. We've seen him do some great strategies, not just in the touring cars, but in CCR, in the feature races that Captain used to throw. Captain, if you're listening, hope everything's well with you, Captain. I know he tunes in. I've seen him in the chat quite a few times, but shout out to you, Captain. He's responsible for all this happening. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be streaming here. I was drag kicking, but I've sort of run with it, and well, it's a lot easier when I've got Adam by the side. So it's
at times.
Beat me to it.
I do make your life hard sometimes.
But it's humour. But.
Well, I was going to actually ask while you were going through that and just touching briefly on the difference between the pad and the wheel. We know there's a difference between pad and wheel depending on the conditions, but what's the difference between having a wheel that's broken and a wheel that works? Do we need to ask Haydo that question?
Well, but Haydo, see, we got a couple of issues with the wheel tonight. See, Paul Shadow's wheel has basically said computer says no. Haydo's wheel is, I was going to say, well, it's functioning, should we say? It's behaving like a wheel, but for how long, we don't know. But Haydo he loves nothing more than to race with these guys, and he did say, I just said to him, if it shows any sign that it's going to fall off, just go straight to the pits. So if we see him, do we reckon
that he's got his wife or his girlfriend or his kids there? If there's anybody else in the house, that he's employed them to actually hold the steering wheel steady all the way around the track. Got
well, he replaces the clamp.
The desk. Yeah, exactly.
If he pulls that off, I tell you what,
a moving pit stop.
dear me. What you were describing before with the rally.
Yeah.
So they're approaching 8.5 minutes here. So Clayjax is already lighting up the timing screens with a fastest lap again here. Now my fastest was a 150. I bet you that's on hards. I did a 157.6. So 2.5 seconds off Clayjax. I'll take that all day long.
Well, yeah, that's not bad. If Clayjax has done that on hards and you're only 2.5 seconds off of Clayjax, that's not bad.
Well,
going.
I'm joking because we know he's just as quick. It's not a disadvantage for Clayjax on the hards, but I would have said he's done it on the mediums. But I did it on mediums. But that's the thing. You've got to accept. I don't race at all hardly, and I enjoy it. But to be 2.5 seconds off an alien, people will go 2.5 seconds. That's a lifetime. I tell you what, I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
Yeah, that's not bad going, and the fact that Ekberg isn't that far off currently as well on the times. I've just seen in the chat that I've lost a bet with myself now. He's beaten me to it. Carl Butler, who's racing in the Volvo, he's saying he's determined not to spin on this one, so that's my bet. That's my bet out the window. I was making a bet with myself on what lap we were going to see him overtake himself. But
well, no, he's only put. I'm determined not to.
Well, that's true. He hasn't promised he's not going to, is he?
No. But he's never let us. He's not let us down yet, has he?
No. Well, he's had a couple of good races as Carl, but yeah, we'll see how he gets on in this race. He did well in the sprint race. He got the 4th place.
Right. Well, that is. Sorry to interrupt you there, Adam. That is 10 minutes.
That's all right.
I'm just going to put on here. Get a drink. Starting soon. So I'll just see if each. Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to chuck up. Who's your money on for this, Adam? I've got to ask you now. Clayjax is back.
Well, yeah, I think it's difficult to see past Clayjax, isn't it? With the pace that he had in that sprint race, but it's a different circuit layout. Depends on how good he is on his tyre. Well, we know he's good on his tyres, but he could possibly get the strategy wrong. You never know. Stranger things have happened, haven't they? But with the pace that he's got and the pace that he's shown so far, it's going to be difficult to bet against him unless something really drastic happens. But we've seen the likes of Legion, we've seen the likes of Ben do some wonders with strategy as well, so don't count them out. Danny, we know, is fast and was keeping those guys honest in the sprint race, so it's a little bit open, but yeah, I'm putting my money on Clayjax on this one.
Oh, well, you heard it here. Oh, get me words out. You heard it here first. Yeah, well, Adam's putting his money on Clayjax. I'm not writing off. I don't know. We should be unbiased, shouldn't we? But I'm not discounting anybody else. There's too many quick drivers to call. But
how's the splinter on your backside from sitting on that fence? Come on, give us something.
Oh God, I'm going to put my money on Ben. On Ben. So yeah, well, there's no money involved, ladies and gentlemen.
So the top two in the sprint race, they're our pick for the feature race then, the one starting at the back.
That's right. Yeah, we'll see how quickly they can't go through the field too quickly, otherwise they're going to melt the tyres. They'll be on rims by lap 3. Looking at that tyre wear.
It depends on what tyre they start on, doesn't it? So that's again going to be the mixture of how they start this race, whether they start on the hards or whether they start on the mediums. Right.
Well, give us the countdown then, Adam.
Okay, so here we go then for round 6. It's the feature race here at Catalunya. 30-minute feature race in 3, 2, 1. On your marks, ladies and gentlemen, let's get going.
Hold on to your seats.
Well, I think I called it before with Enzo when he was taken over in the Renault. I reckon Clayjax is going to do the same thing. I reckon he's going to start on the hards.
Yeah, but we know Clayjax he's timed it to perfection in the past, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, we saw him do that with the fuel at Brands Hatch, didn't he? With the timing, but well, Rooster started on the hards, so he's obviously decided to go long in this first stint, get the hard tyre out of the way. rolling start, remember, so it should help to make it a little bit cleaner into this first corner. They've got to go a little bit longer. They haven't got to brake as early.
Just remember, don't turn right now.
Yes, exactly. You can take the Jimmy Codger line this time because there's no wall to stop you.
That's right.
We've already got a good start.
Already got a move from Swifty, trying it.
Down the inside, can he make it work? Yes, he does.
He has, but
That's
Rooster.
A great start.
Yeah, Rooster's. He's caught a little bit off guard there, but we've got Fathead there right behind. If we go back down to Fathead here, look at this for a view now. This is like red arrow formation. Glowing will be proud of this. Oh, there's a bit of a touch there, so he's going to hold back. That's let his colleague through from SHP. That's Rooster.
That was just a little bit of a bump on the back of Ekberg there, but Ekberg did manage to hold on to it as we see Rooster going a little bit wide.
That's opened up the door for Glowing. Look at this.
The pack behind Matthias is looking down the inside of Fathead. Just didn't back out of that one, but he's still there. Oh, a bit of a twitch there in the background. Everybody desperately trying to make up ground as quickly as they possibly can. And where's everybody making? So, yeah. So your pick for this race is still in front of in my pick for the race. Making up some spaces at the moment. So Ben's already up into 8th place down the inside of Legion.
We've got Glowing here hassling Matthias, who he knows he set out a couple of warnings as Matthias to say, yeah, I can mix it with you guys, and Glowing's well aware of that, so he's got a target on his back as Matthias. So Glowing will want to clear Matthias as quickly as possible, but Fathead is always holding his own in 4th place here. But Glowing's on the medium, so he's going to want to be making hay while the sun shines and making use of these faster tyres. He's got the slipstream.
He's got Butler all over the back of him as well. I don't know what tyres Butler's on, but Butler's going to be absolutely determined. So he's on the mediums as well.
3 abreast.
3 abreast.
Here we go.
Here we go. Red arrows.
Red one. That's Glowing. Oh,
Butler backed out of that, and Glowing outbraked himself, and that's allowed Butler through. So that was well judged, and already LFC Ben is mixing it in.
We're going to have to watch this again. We're going to have to watch it from Glowing's perspective here.
I think Matthias just closed his eyes, didn't he, and let him carry on.
Oh.
Yeah, just slightly outbraked himself, did Glowing, and that's allowed Butler back through.
But LFC Ben has just found, as you were saying there, just before I put the replay on, has made his way into 7th place, right in the middle of all this. So LFC Ben is on the mediums. There's a lot of field on them. Yeah, there's a lot on the mediums.
I was just going to ask that. And what tyres is Clayjack's on? Just out of curiosity, I reckoned he was going to be starting on the hards. What did he end up going on?
You were right.
On the hards, yeah. So that would explain why he's not cutting his way through the field as well as Ben is. But
Danny, interestingly, is on the mediums and is not cutting his way through. So maybe Danny's playing the long game.
That is interesting. But Ben's trying around the outside of Glowing further up as well. As Constantina's up into that corner and just didn't make it, backed out of it, and that's allowed Clayjacks to really catch up now.
So Glowing has got eyeing up Butler here. Ignore the fuel warning. They will see this later on in the race, but this is a glitch. I don't know why they haven't fixed this in a patch. But Glowing's got a really good run out of that last chicane, but he's picked himself a 1 second penalty. That is going to hurt.
1 second penalty.
See what I mean?
He must have got 2 half-second penalties close together.
But he's doing a gentleman thing here. He's bumping Butler down the straight here because he knows he's getting ahead here to get away from Ben, but he's going to try. He's got the move. Can he get himself stopped? Butler! Oh, what a move! I tell you what.
Butler saw that coming. He saw that coming. He saw that from the lap previous. He knows he's better on the brakes, so he just brakes that little bit earlier. Let's Glowing sail past. Watch the gap open up. Thank you very much. I'll take that one back. And of course the penalty spot is in a different position this time round because we're on the Grand Prix circuit, so Glowing doesn't have to lose it all the way down the pit straight, but he does have to lose it around the back straight, so it's not quite as big a penalty.
Oh!
This properly sideways from Clayjacks as he makes the move on Ben. Well held Clayjacks.
So these two, these are what we've got our money on. Oh, on different tyres as well, I should add. Clayjacks is on the hards, Ben's on the mediums. But look at this, he gets it. Oh! Well held Clayjacks, and Ben flashing the lights in appreciation there, you saw in the background. So Swifty is still out front on the mediums with a 3.5 second gap nearly. Now
Yeah,
Swifty,
he's made good advantage of those tyres, hasn't he? Well,
he certainly has.
Fathead is holding everybody up behind, not deliberately, but he is holding everybody up. Well, he's kind of. I mean, Butler's only just got to him, and
He's holding his own.
He really has. Butler's got Ekberg for company, who in terms has got Clayjacks in close proximity to each other. So, going to be a couple more laps yet before we see the first round of pit stops. But look at that left front on Ekberg's car.
That's already 50% worn on 4 laps. So Clayjacks has got the better tyres here, but this is what you don't want to see. Jason Plato, all over the back end, wait for the touch, wait for the shove. But he's not, he's managed to hold it.
Ekbergs can put a bit of a feather in his cap there, can't he? Because he's actually managed to hold off Clayjacks going into that corner.
100%.
So that wasn't a, well, as I say that, just as I say that, gap opens up and Clayjacks goes through, but Legion's there as well. What's happened to LFC Ben? What has happened to Ben? Has he pitted and we haven't seen it? Or has he spun? Where is Ben?
He has.
He's on fresh tyres, so he's pitted. He's just coming out of the pits now. So.
Now he's come off the mediums onto the hard tyre. So he's gone for the undercut, which we said. Now we'll see if this works for Ben.
Well,
but he's not fully fueled.
Noticed, I was just about to say one thing I've noticed, he hasn't fully fueled up. So
sorry,
I'm
Adam.
Well, no, it's all right. We both noticed it at the same time, I think. I wonder whether that was a mistake or whether he actually meant to do that, because that's an interesting choice to not completely fill up.
Well, let's just see what the top medium runner, as we look at now. Then Butler is going to have to come in.
He really is, and he's got so much more. And bearing in mind, we saw as Clayjacks locks up and runs wide.
That's let Legion through.
Just as I was about to say, we saw the tyre wear on Ekberg's car on the same tyres as Butler, and he's got nowhere near the same amount of tyre wear. Butler's going to have to pit this time.
Well, Clayjacks is going to jump both of these because, look at there, they're putting the hazard lights on now. It's signaling. Oh, that's brilliant. So what Butler is doing there is, look at this. The reason why they're putting
the red arrows, isn't it, and doing that?
Yeah, what I said to the guys before the race, because it's such a tight entry into the pits that you can catch people out and end up with a crash. So I said, put your hazard lights on, entering the last chicane to signify that you're going into the pits. It looks brilliant and it works. So Clayjacks has made hay while the sun shines there. Now he's on the hunt. So let's see where. I just want to see where LFC Ben is.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see where all this files round, isn't it? Because
so Ben is coming down the pit. So Ben's jumped all the guys in the pits now. So he's got. I'm surprised he didn't put more fuel in, unless
Butler's done a full tank, Glowing's done a full tank, Legion's done a full tank, and there they go. So he's actually. It's not a bad strategy there from Ben, because it means that he's spent less time in the pits and he's made up position, so he has jumped them.
But has he also done that on purpose, to less weight in the car, to less tyre wear?
Well, it's possible. I don't know how sophisticated the model is on the game to do that, but if it does work like that, then yeah, he could knock the fuel back a little bit, and I don't think he's going to be doing a one stop, but it's a good jump in space now, because he's got clear air in front of him.
Right, well, Danny is going to jump Ekberg here. Ekberg is going to be going into the pits on this lap. But Danny's tyres in a slightly better condition. Danny's got another couple of laps. But will he take the opportunity to pit now? Because he's going to lose time on worn tyres. Is he better pitting now and getting rid of these worn mediums, or is he going to take another risk? Because he knows Clayjacks is on the hards. So Clayjacks is good now. If Danny pits now, he's going to be vulnerable to. Let's just see, Matthias is also going to have to come in. As we see Swifty come in from the lead, which is giving... He's off the mediums. Well, he took those far, didn't he, Adam?
He did. He did very well to go that far, but Danny stayed out, and he's on the mediums. So Danny's going another lap, and Haydo's carried on as well.
Interestingly, that's why Haydo stayed out.
Haydo's on the hards, but the fact that Danny has stayed out on the mediums,
he's going to be vulnerable now.
He is going to be vulnerable, isn't he? But it might pay later on in the race, because he's still going to need to do another pit stop, but he's going to have to put in less fuel. So it's almost going to be the reverse of what Legion's doing in terms of the pit strategy.
So Fathead is in a good position here. He's pitted early, yeah. So he's got Ben for company. Swifty is now exiting the pits. He's going to fall out. He's going to come out between behind LFC Ben in a live 8th place, which is a great position for Swifty. He's got a pretty decent gap behind him. Fathead's good on fresh tyres and half a tyre. He's done the same with fuel. Those poor tyres, can hear those screeching at him.
Yeah, they're not having a good time of it, are they? And,
they're not.
Clayjax is probably wound his fuel back a little bit now. I would have thought he's on the hard tyres. He's probably got another couple of laps in this if he wanted to stretch it. Danny's probably going to have to pit at the end of this lap because he's on the mediums. So we're still not really going to see the full story on this until later on in the race when all the pit stops cycle through.
Well, Legion has put his name up on the fastest lap board.
He has, well spotted.
So that's that'll be. I think when Clayjax comes in, the first thing he'll be doing is whether he, I don't know if he'll risk it or not, but he might. He needs every point he can get. Now, by doing it, he's going to take some life out of his tyres. Is he going to trade off? Is it worth 1 point?
Well, it could be. He's playing catch up. So is Danny going to come in? Because he was. Yes, he has. So that's Danny in. It'll be interesting to see how much fuel Danny puts in compared to everybody else, and see where he comes out.
Yeah, we'll just stick with Danny for a minute. Tyler's come in, so that's Rooster is on a fresh set of hards from what I remember. LFC Ben, I just want to see where LFC Ben is in relation to Danny. We know Ben's pitted, so he's coming through the last chicane now, so he's going to jump Danny in the pits. So Fathead is in a really good position here. Fathead's in a live, it's going to be a 4th place. Sorry, 5th place.
He'll do well to follow Ben round as well, because.
But if he like you say that, as he's flashing his lights, he must be watching the stream.
Is he being held up?
He's getting Ben to move on. Not seen Charlie Cox this far up the grid. He's getting a bit dizzy.
Well, to be fair, Charlie did get an outright podium at Brands Hatch the meeting before he rolled his car, but that was due to weather conditions. This one, as you say, is live on pace, but yeah, he'd be doing, if he can just follow Ben round, because we know how quick Ben is, so this is just going to end up pulling Fathead round the circuit.
Yeah, I don't know whether, see, he doesn't really want to go for the overtake. He wants to get the speed off Ben and make Ben use his fuel and tyres, and Fathead can save his. He's on course for, as you see Ben nearly lose it there, coming through that last sweeper of a left-hander.
We know Ben's car control. We've seen him go sideways numerous times this season and hold on to it, so that was nothing for Ben. But this is actually seeing Fathead is actually lead independent at the moment as well, in a nice 4th place.
Yeah.
Rooster in 5th. So is Clayjax going to pit? No, he's stayed out another lap. So
he's currently got just under an 8-second gap, which is, if I remember rightly, this is a 12 seconds on fuel, tyres, a couple of seconds. It's about a 25-second end-to-end, or 30 seconds maybe, a pit. So he's 20 seconds down, so he needs to get this gap up, but he can't because he's on warm tyres. Now, Haydo, we knew, had better tyres. Oh, he's on a similar tyres to Clayjax, but he's got more fuel. So this is where...
Playing the long game. We've seen what Haydo can do on his strategy. We've seen this before. We saw what he did at Spa. So, yeah, he's going to be one to watch later on in the race. Is he going to need to do an extra long pit stop to repair his wheel? Has it already been repaired? We don't actually know. As we see him going around that long right-hander, the one that really does kill the tyres around here. Danny has dropped down to 8th at the moment after the pit stops. He's got Legion in front of him, so Legion's made a bit of a jump.
But he's also got Swifty in a live 7th place, which is... I wouldn't like to be between these two, would you, Adam?
Well, no, you wouldn't know whether you try to follow one or whether you're defending for the other.
Yeah.
They're both equally fast and equally as capable of one another, so yeah, don't envy Swifty in this alien sandwich that he's in.
But he's proved himself to be a real, you know, he's got some good racecraft as Swifty. He's had some good. He's not always finished, high up, but he's had some great races, and he's very aware. He races in VR. I think I touched on that earlier. So that's full immersion. So yeah, I bet he's feeling it now. I bet he's right in the groove here. But Glowing Gold, meanwhile, is he's in a bit of a no man's land here. He's on relatively fresh hards, but he's got quite a lot of fuel. We didn't see what fuel Danny put in, did we?
No, he didn't. Did he go? He didn't do a full tank.
He didn't do a full tank then. No.
But then he did go a lot later on into the race before he pitted. So I can see Clayjack's doing something very, very similar because he's made it to halfway. Obviously.
Speaking of the double, right? So he's not managed to increase that gap. In fact, well, it's virtually stayed at the same now. Haydo is going to be following Clayjack's in. Yeah, it's not worth him staying out. So this is where Ben's strategy. Oh, now look at Ben's tyres. He's not made. Yeah, he's had to play catch up. But I thought he's only got one more lap in those tyres.
Well, yeah, but the advantage that he has is he didn't have to overtake anybody. He did that early pit stop. He was the first one to jump in. He changed onto the hard tyres, which is obviously the slower tyre. He didn't do a full tank of fuel, and he's gone a lot later into this race. So he's probably gambling now that he's going to come in on this stop, put in enough fuel to get him to the end, go on to the medium tyre, which is the faster tyre, and just hope that he can hold on to a decent podium position, which he's capable of doing. But I can't see him getting one over on Clayjacks with this strategy because he's going to have to do another pit stop.
I'm just going to quickly go to now. Fateh could jump LFC Ben here.
Well, he will do on this lap because Ben. Well, I say that
will Ben come in though?
He might have to come. Well, Ben's going to have to come in because that tyre isn't going to last another lap. Fathead is probably going to have to come in because I can't see he's going to get much more out of the fuel.
Well, he might take the opportunity to get the jump as we see the leader coming into the pits now. I'm expecting Haydo to follow him in. Now, I'm expecting...
Clayjacks has judged that to perfection. Look just about enough on the tyre, just enough on the fuel.
Haydo has stayed out, interestingly. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I didn't think he was going to have the fuel to do another lap, and he hasn't really got much of a tyre, so... It's an interesting one.
Maybe he's trying to keep in clear air in case his wheel disconnects.
That's true, yeah. Minimise the amount of time that he has to repair.
Well, that's interesting. Fathead has followed them in. So he's he's staying with them, and that's impressive. So that's put Butler in a live 3rd place with 2 laps left as Clayjacks manages. Is he going to manage to can Butler get the jump? He has. So that's given Butler. So
yeah, but Butler's not going to be staying there because there's no way those tyres, even the hard tyres, they are not going to last another 10 minutes.
No, Butler's got another stop.
So Butler's got another stop. Clayjacks is more than likely going to be on the mediums and fueled just enough to get him through. Legion and Danny working together, I would have thought, in behind, not really pressing too much.
Danny's in a strong place here.
Danny is in a very strong place. Legion is going to have to pit again because those tyres are really looking a little bit second-hand.
I think Danny might get to the end,
He's got a good chance, hasn't he? But he went a lot further than anybody else on the mediums.
He did, that's right. So I think Danny... I think you'll see Danny here. You'll probably prove me wrong now, but I think Danny will be using, as we were discussing earlier, I think Danny will be quite happy to stay behind Legion to preserve his tyres and preserve his fuel, knowing that he's in a stronger position and he's going to get the jump.
He's playing the longer game.
He
isn't
is, yeah, definitely.
Looking down the inside, but he's not going to do anything. He's just kind of tickling Legion a little bit, try and force him into a mistake.
Now then, this is going to be a test. Sorry to interrupt you, Adam, there. 10 minutes to go, 5 laps, medium tyres. Can Clayjacks make those last?
Well, yeah, I think he can, because he's got Butler behind him who's going to need to pit, Legion's going to need to pit. The only real threat to him is Danny, who's a little bit further back. Hado's obviously pitting in front of him, so he hasn't got to worry about getting past Hado. He doesn't need to even worry about doing anything with the fuel. He can just gently coast it round, not put too much stress and strain in those tyres. We saw Ekberg was getting quite good runs out of those medium tyres in the early stages of the race. So let's see where Butler's coming in. Swifty has taken over 3rd place, and I think he might need to pit again. He might need to pit again for those hards. I don't know whether they're going to make it to the end, but so let's move Danny up into 2nd place. Glowing has moved up into 4th, and Hado has only dropped down to 5th, so that's not a bad strategy from Hado considering where he was. And he was there, you can see he's in the background there behind Glowing. So as we see Matthias there in 6th place, 2nd in the independents, because Swifty is in 3rd place. So I can't actually hear Jimmy, so I don't know whether he's deliberately muted or whether he's pulled his plug out.
Do apologise. I was talking to myself then, which you'd be glad of.
Oh, that's all right. We couldn't hear you. That was fine. Everybody's happy. No, I'm joking. I wondered what had happened then. I thought you'd just disappeared and was helping Hado fix his wheel.
I was coughing and muted, and then I forgot to unmute. So
okay.
Gone from professional to unprofessional in one foul swoop. So yeah, what I was saying while I was talking to myself was Ekberg is in a good position here, because all the 2 guys in front of him Hado isn't going to have to pit, but Matthias is. But let's just see in 4th place, Glowing Gold. Now Glowing Gold is going to have to pit, so this could promote Ekberg to potentially 5th place. But Glowing Gold is going I think Glowing Gold won't have to fuel.
He's carried on. He's not pitted this lap, which is
got it a bit wide there. That was
we saw Hado do this. He ran his tyres really low. And
he's on the faster tyre. He's on the medium tyre. He's going for the move.
This is easy pickings now. He's got the speed. He's got the grip. He's got the fuel. Doesn't have to worry about it. Glowing isn't going to do anything silly. That's Hado up into 4th with the stronger tyre. Now, can he reel in Swifty? Swifty's doing a fantastic job in 3rd place for the independent, but he's going to have to pit.
Do you think?
No way. Yeah, there's no way he's making those tyres last, is he?
7 minutes, 3 laps. I don't know, but he'd be daft. I think he's going to have to pit. I think if he stayed out, he'd lose more places than he would pitting.
I think he would, yeah, but Glowing's going to have to pit behind him.
But Hado isn't, so the worst he's going to do, Matthias is going to have to pit. So
it's only really Ekberg
that doesn't. Watch. Yeah, exactly. Let's just see LFC Ben. So he's on the mediums, having a right duel with Butler here. Look at this. So his Butler's on the mediums. LFC Ben is on the hards. He's on the slower tyre, but you wouldn't think it, would you?
No, he's definitely fighting this hard. So what was Legion on behind them?
As one of our friends would say, Craig over at not CC Sim over at Player Sport. Craig would call that, he's hitting like and subscribe.
It was more like Morse code on the back, wasn't it, at one point?
That's right, he's having a good, he's doing a Joe Biden. That was
another one.
He's having a real good sniff, so look at Legion here.
Well, while Ben was trying to tickle up the inside of Butler, he's
left the door open for Legion.
Legion's on good to the end as well, he's on the mediums. And that's put Legion up into 9th place. I mean, these guys are the quick guys, but they're all the way down in 8th, 9th and 10th. So
exactly, you've got Ekberg, Swift, and not taking anything away from those guys, but that was a lot of curb. That could be a penalty.
He's got away with that somehow as Legion. So he
Has he still got Has he still got all four wheels?
He has, and the suspension isn't bent either, which is surprising, because he did hit that hard. So Glowing's gone in, so that's all promoting them up one position. Clayjax is still leading this race with the fastest lap at the moment at 1:54.2.
I love this animation. This is one of the best parts of the game. I love this. That was a proper splash and dash onto the mediums for Glowing. So didn't
even take on any fuel, did he? He had no need to.
Now then, Fathead's also on the mediums, but he's got a lot of fuel. He's got more fuel than he's needed. But just want to thank everybody for tuning in to watch this. 12, 13 watching. That's incredible. Hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here. I've tried to mix it up, if not with the weather, with the tyre and fuel, to make them think. I don't let them have it easy. And it certainly proved the case tonight. Do you think, Adam?
Yeah, definitely, because it's not been straightforward. I've been looking at it and going, well, are they going to do a one-stop? Are they going to do a two? Well, Clayjax is going to make these tyres last, isn't he?
100%.
Judged
Who did you put your money on?
I can't remember. Was it Clayjax? I think it was Clayjax. Where's the one that you put your money on? Oh, he's not even in the top 8 at the moment.
Danny C, did you mean?
Yeah. I thought I misheard you. Well, Danny's actually... he's tight on that tyre, isn't he? That left front is looking quite angry. So he's not really going to be a challenge to Clayjax in this race, because he's not going to be able to push, and he's...
Is he going to lose enough time to... Look at Swifty in 4th place. That is incredible. Now, I knew he'd stay out.
Well, he's going to have, what, 2 laps, maybe? Yeah, 2 laps he's going to have to do on that tyre.
I think he'll do it, looking at Clayjax's tyre. But he's got a big gap behind him. There's no reason for him to come in. He's got a 16-second gap. It's pointless. He's not going to lose 16 seconds in two laps. So he can't.
No, we've seen it before. When the tyre goes, it does completely go off a cliff. So as long
he
as
can if you're going into the kitty litter, yeah. But meanwhile, have you seen what time's in the purple box?
Yeah, I did mention that a bit earlier on as Glowing pitted. So Clayjax is desperately trying to make up. He's going to get a maximum score here. If he wins this race, he's going to get both fastest laps, pole position, and both wins.
We're playing bingo. He's got a full house.
He has got a full house, doesn't he?
So Swifty, I tell you what, I'm going to say it now. He's made it onto the nominations for DOTD.
If he carries this on, yeah, he's in a strong position, isn't he? But that tyre is really starting to.
Oh, but Haydo's got a penalty.
Yeah,
Can Swifty get on the podium?
No, Swifty's not close enough. He's not got the tyres. Haydo's going to have to make a massive mistake to lose this one.
Well, if his wheel stays on.
Well, that's true. Yeah. We still don't know whether he actually did fix it or not, do we? But
no, we don't. No, he's nursing those tyres, isn't he?
He really is. He's taking the points in this race.
He's in a comfortable position with a 7-second gap, with 2 minutes left to go. So this he's got. As Danny C flashes his lights there, knowing we're watching him.
Well, he's just coming up to lap the back marker. So I think he's flashing his lights to say, "Can you get out of the way, please? I'm on a
charge. He's going full Audi mode." But Rooster's getting in in the game as well. So I think they're all flashing at the TV camera there where I've positioned it. It's a good position, that.
Yeah, Rooster really needs to get out of the way. He knows he's being lapped. Danny's in 2nd place. There's no reason for him to hold up as he moves over there. Let's the 2nd place man go through. Does he? Yes, he should do.
Not very
there by Rooster.
Could have made that a bit easier.
Danny knows he's not going to be able to catch Clayjax. Clayjax is 9 seconds up the road, and Legion is in 5th, 14 seconds. So
he's lost 2 seconds, but Swifty will be sweating a little bit now.
This is going to be a tough final lap.
He's got to do one lap. He's got to do another. Where's he back?
No, he's okay. This is going to be his final lap, I think.
I don't know.
He's not going to get to the start-finish line from here in 40 seconds.
Ah, right, I misjudged where
That,
it... No,
I was
it's
going to
not.
say.
No, I thought
that
it was...
would give
no.
him the fastest lap of all time.
It
if he
would,
did that.
you're right.
On those tyres, that would be impressive. He would be driver of the day for sure. But where's Clayjack? So is Clayjack
He's
going to
coming
get another
through
lap?
the last...
So,
He is. He's going to have another victory lap. He's enjoying this tonight.
well, we knew he was going to come back with a bang, but to do a clean sweep, nobody's done that so far this season, and it's looking very likely that Clayjack is going to do it.
Plato-esque.
Very Plato-esque. Plato knew how to do this back in the day, didn't he? Not necessarily in '98, but later on in his
just
career.
want to quickly... Sorry, I just want to... He's losing another second to Butler. I think Swifty is safe. This is his final lap as he's coming here through the last chicane, coming into the final corner on what can only be described as a screaming tyre. Swifty.
I'm surprised there's no sparks coming off of that left front tyre.
Yeah,
he made that tyre just there's just about enough rubber on there to consider it being a tyre still.
It's nearly on a rim.
Virtually painted on, but Butler's managed to bring it home.
Another good fifth place.
Legion spun in the background there. So did he actually cross the line before he did that? Because Ben got him. So not quite sure what happened there at the end. Because I thought.
Well, look at his mediums. His I think they're worse than Swifty's. But we'll focus on the man of the moment here. He's picked himself a penalty up on his last lap, so he's satisfied with the fastest lap. But look at his tyres. He's done really well. He's still got a bar of white on there.
And he's going to judge his fuel. He's
doing it again.
He's weaving around to try and make sure he's got enough fuel in the car, but he's going to do it.
He's sloshing it from one side to the other, isn't he?
He doesn't need to. We know how frugal these Renaults are. We've seen him do it. Oh, he's going to do. He's decided.
Do a quick victory donut. Oh, Clayjacks, what a legend. Can you imagine if he'd run out then?
Well, it's going to be quite galling to all the other drivers, isn't it? He's so far ahead, he's got time to go off and do a donut and then come back on again.
Very Lewis Hamilton when he's... well played, Clayjacks. What a return. Didn't expect anything less, to be honest. Adam had his faith in you. I knew. It was... What a win. Clayjacks, clean sweep. What a performance tonight, my friend. Coming here to take the win in the feature race here at Catalunya. So he's set out his stall. He's let everybody know his intentions. Not that anybody was ever in any doubt that they suspected that was going to be on the cards. I'm just going to save the replay before I forget so I can share it with you, Adam. Right, results. Do you have a drink, Adam? I'll run through these.
Yeah, you carry on, mate.
Okay, so we got Clayjacks, as we saw, taking the win in the feature race as well as the sprint race, and also bagging the fastest lap with a 1:54.29. What a lap that was. Danny C coming home with a very respectable second place. That's a safe points haul for Danny. Haydo, wow, third place. With, I don't know if you managed to do how many pit stops Haydo had to do, whether you managed to repair the wheel. A great result for Haydo there for Team BMW. Stand out for me, Swifty. Fourth place. What a result for Swifty. Given the amount of experience Swifty's got, and in VR, hats off to you, Swifty. Fourth place, brilliant result for Peugeot there in the independents. He's won for the independents there. Fourth overall. Butler, another great result for Butler in fifth place for Team Volvo. And LFC Ben, great sixth place for Ben. It was a tough call on the tyres. Not everybody managed to get the best strategy. Legion in seventh place for Nissan. Not usual to see Legion down there in seventh, but I think Adam picked that up on that in comms as well. Ekberg in 8th on the first sheet. Great run for you, Ekberg. Glowing Gold bringing it home in 9th for Team Mazda in Patrick Watts' car. Fathead on his debut scores the last point in 10th place for Charlie Cox in his Mondeo. Tyler right behind him in Matt Neal's Nissan Primera. And then Matthias, unusually 12th place. We've not seen that for a while. racing for independent Honda in Rob Gravitt's Honda Accord. And finally, we've got Rooster rounding up the grid in Jamie Wall's Vauxhall Cavalier from the day in the independents. So there you have the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th place independents there. So well done to Swifty for winning the independents. Have you got both photos, Adam?
Yep. Yeah, I got both photos. A couple of points to note on there. Obviously, Swifty, as you say, is winning the independents 4th overall. Legion, I think, did cross the line in 6th, but obviously had a penalty on that final lap, and as he crossed the line, that doubles it. So that gave him a second penalty, which dropped him down behind Ben there. So that's possibly might have been what happened. We didn't actually see it. But the other point that you did bring up on that second page, if you just want to move over onto the second page again, if you can, just quickly.
Sorry, I'm just going to catch up with a quick message in the chat here.
That's fine. Is Matthias all the way down in 12th place and in 4th place in the independents. So that's a bit of a surprise. We're not used to seeing Matthias that far down. He's had some fantastic races and been on the podium overall and won multiple independent races. So whether it was strategy, whether he had an incident, we're not quite sure. Bit of a shame for him, but it's good news for Tyler because that means that Tyler's really still in the fight for this Independence Championship.
That's right. Well, so yeah, that's going to really make it's a positive result for Tyler. So good points for Fathead on his debut as well. And I just wanted to just quickly catch up on a message here in the YouTube chat. I wanted to practice hards before the race, says Haydo. I forgot to switch them for the race, but it seems like it turned out well. It certainly did. 3rd place, Haydo. Let us know in the chat. The parts arrived right after the race. Which race, the sprint or the feature? If you've done that,
he's done all of that on a broken wheel.
I tell you,
and he got a podium with a broken wheel.
Wow. So that's a great result for Haydo, as he quite rightly says there. We've got Butler in the chat. Thanks to everyone who got involved in the live chat. Oh, legend.
Did Royalty didn't spin?
I was just about to say he didn't spin. So yeah. So what do you owe him, Adam?
That's what does he owe me?
Yeah.
I lost the bet, didn't I? So, oh no, I do owe him.
You do owe him.
Do owe him.
Did Royalty Exotics not use both compounds? Royalty Exotic is Rooster. Oh, yes, he's got a minute penalty.
That possibly.
Well said, Butler. That'll explain why Rooster's. Yeah, so he's obviously not used both compounds. The last one says Haydo, so he has, Adam. He's done all that with a wheel that's hanging off the desk. Oh my word. Let me just make sure that's saved. So thanks for the race. That was fun, says Danny C. If you want to head over to Danny's channel, I'm going to get some interviews going. I just want to quickly jump into Discord. We've got 5 minutes. Just want to find out who has agreed to get in the interview list. I nearly forgot. Would have forgotten the right channel, wouldn't it? Right, so round 6. Let's see who. Oh, maybe we can get Rooster, and then he can explain what his mistake was.
Yeah, that's it. Put him on the spot.
Yeah, why not? Right, so we'll see if we can get. Let's see who's.
No, Cole, you're not getting a free race in the minis. I can barely afford it myself.
Royalty Exotics, we'll get Royalty Exotics in. We'll get. Oh, do you know what? I can never find Butler. Never find Butler in here. I don't know why. Legion said he wanted to come in the chat. Let's see who else is in the chat. We'll get Tyler Man. I can't see Fathead. Can you?
I can't see your on-screen graphic.
I wonder if Swifty. I wonder if we can get Swifty. Let's see who. No, well that's fun. Oh, there we go. Good old. That's why. Right. So all stay on mute, please, until I shout you up. Right. We'll start with Mr. Non-Compliance. Rooster, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am.
Come on then, out with it. What happened?
Well, I was using racing herds, and That's when I was racing hard, I thought it would hopefully get there up in the positions, but all in the end it didn't.
So you
But I was
didn't
upset.
you didn't use both compounds.
No, because I didn't think I would have to.
That's
or
the
I would
rules.
use.
I know you haven't been in many of them, but yeah, in a feature race you have to. In a wet race, it's free tyre choice,
Oh, okay.
and in a dry race, you have to use the mediums and hards. So,
Oh,
if there's any confusion, apologies about that, but that's what happened. Right. Well, now that's explained everything, but it looks like you had a good race. But
I had the good racing.
yeah, we'll get on to Charlie Cox, aka Fathead. Are you there, Dylan?
Yeah.
How was that for you, mate, on your debut?
I like it. It's fun.
Good man. So
I had some issues in first race when everyone got bunched up for that hard left-hander. I got loose because blowing sent it up my inside. Like, he flew right up the inside, car loose. It caused me to slide across track, and I went right into Tyler.
yeah, we saw that. We picked it up on stream.
Yeah, I secretly, I wasn't gonna chat with no one else, but I started screaming and
Yeah. Okay. But
well,
yeah.
it's
But
fun.
but yeah, you had a good race overall.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's nice to see all the different strategies that came into play with.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
Watching Swifty do that,
That was pretty impressive.
got nerve.
But yeah.
A gap like he did, I would have done the same thing.
Well, that's what I think. Yeah, I picked up on it on the comms because I saw he had a 16-second gap, and I thought you're going to lose more pitting. There, if you can make it last, you're not going to lose. I think he ended up with a 11-second gap, 10. I think a 10-second gap. I think he lost 6 seconds in 3 laps. I think. So.
Well, I let Ben by me. Like, he was behind me, and I was keeping up with him, but he was in more of a spot for the top. So I just, after the first chicane, I just let him by after that long right-hander. I pulled off to the right, hit the brakes a little bit, let him by.
Cool. Oh well, thanks for jumping in, taking the time to jump in the chat, Dylan. I'll catch up with you after the stream, mate. I'm going to get on to Danny C for Team Audi. Are you there, sir?
He's not in the party, Jimmy.
Did I not invite Danny C?
I don't think he did.
I thought I invited Danny C. My apologies. Right, so I didn't. Well spotted. So just quickly get on to Danny. See if Danny's joined the Tyler.
Hell yeah, I'm here.
Hell yeah, brother. How did you find that race, mate? Just quickly.
Well, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I struggled both races. I thought my F1 knowledge would come into play on that track, and it obviously didn't. The car is just it was very oversteery, to be honest with you. I was having trouble putting the power down, and then
You know what that
obviously
was?
in the sprint I was doing pretty good. And then me and Faye got together, which that's not his fault. I don't blame him at all.
You know what the oversteer was, Tyler?
What?
The rims digging in the tarmac.
But yeah, then the sprint, that incident with Glowing had happened, and then I ended up getting in the back of Fathead, so I waited for him, and that kind of cost me. So,
Oh well.
but overall, had fun. That's all that matters.
Good man.
I don't know what happened to Matthias in the feature. He pitted and finished behind me. I'm like, what? And I was like, what the hell happened?
Brilliant.
So
Well,
It's good news for you in the Independence Championship, Tyler, because you've not lost quite as much points in that race as you possibly could have done. You're still leading the
definitely.
championship.
Yes,
Well, that's
maintain
all
your
that
lead.
matters.
We'll see what the points, how it all tallies up, but it's going to be certainly close. Well, Tyler, Dylan, I'll catch up with you after the stream. But thanks
All right.
for taking the time to jump in, buddy. And
Yep.
Danny C for Team Audi, are you there, sir?
Yes.
Danny C. Well, first of all, congratulations on your Tough Mudder, Can you put everyone everybody's questioning why you were so clean? Butler says you caught the bus to the Tough Mudder and it was 15 kilometres to the Tough Mudder. We're a bit suspicious how you were so clean.
It was muddy to start off with, and then obviously there was some cold water and then some puddles of it which we had to get through. As
we're only pulling your leg, mate. What an achievement to do that! To do that this morning in this heat, do that, and then come here, join Jimmy's touring cars, and so good results. Where did you finish in the sprint, Danny? I can't remember. It was somewhere near it was third, was it?
It was third, yeah. I was having a good dogfight with LFC Ben until the last lap.
That was brilliant to watch, by the way. Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
So you didn't quite have enough in the tyres to challenge Clay Jacks, but you had a good gap behind you, and I think you're very good at playing the long game. And I knew you were going to play that. I could see that from the start, and you just got some safe points there tonight, Danny.
First things first, well, as always, Jimmy, thanks for running the championship, along with Adam and the comms, and well done to those who took part in round 6. For the sprint, for the qualifying side, that it was going to be very close between myself and LSE Ben, knowing that with Clay Jackson, who was looking to, let's say, he made a real statement, in all honesty, having returned to the series with a pole win, and of course the fastest lap as well. And same with the feature as well, because let's face it, that although it started at the back, P13, something like that. But
just quickly, Adam, there's a record that's been broken. You mentioned it the other week in the Discord. Is that the first time someone's got a pole win?
In this championship for this season, I'm not 100% sure for the whole series that we've done, but for this
season, that's the first time someone's got a pole win and fastest lap, isn't it?
Somebody's done a double on the wins, pole and both fastest laps. So, yeah, as Danny was saying, he's definitely come back in with some intent. That's for sure.
Sorry to interrupt you, Danny. There.
No stress. That as soon as I saw LFC Benham, who got a half-second penalty for track limit violation, then I was like, you know what, I sensed an opportunity. So, and then from there on, that we've just been fighting for, regardless where we finish here towards the end of the race, that every point counts, as we've got 4 race meetings with 8 races left on the table, and there's a lot to play for sure. Then, so obviously, and regardless of where we finish, and respect to LSE Ben for clean, respectful race in that sense, and I enjoy myself regardless. And then, whereas for the feature, I was thinking, do I go mediums or hards? So I just go with mediums, and then I just had to allow the time and patience, just to navigate my way through people and make the tyres last a bit to where I could possibly last. Therefore, that just be sure that I make that one-stop strategy work, having gone from the mediums to the hards with enough fuel in the tank, and just get the job done. Which to me, that's a real for me. I'll be looking at that sort of performance in terms of getting enough points through those 2 races and all.
Well, as you know, there's a lot of testing that goes into this, Danny. I can't quite replicate. I can't quite. That's a bit of an understatement. I can't replicate your pace for the testing of the tyres, but I was pretty adamant that could not be done on a one-stop. Well, you've seen it here. I've said on the channel before, if anybody's unsure how to do strategy races, they're a bit wary of them and don't like entering them because they never get them to work. Danny's your man. Go on, when Danny's racing in these championships, follow him. Go and watch it from his perspective, and you'll get all the insight. And Danny has made a one-stop work. I didn't think that was possible, to be honest, Danny. Well, I'll let you get back to a well-earned beer, Danny. I'm sure you definitely deserve one after today, not just for the race, but for the Tough Mudder. And don't forget, it's Danny C on YouTube. Go and hit him a like and subscribe. Go and show him the same support you're showing me. And finally, have we got Team Nissan in the house? I think he's gone back.
I can answer on his behalf if you like. I'm technically Team Nissan.
You're more than Team Nissan. You're the team owner.
Yeah, exactly.
You're team principal.
Yeah, I still haven't been paid for the damage that he did at Nürburgring.
Has he still not paid? Has he not? You did send an invoice. Well, I know you did, but
I sent an invoice. Don't you worry. I sent it twice.
maybe he thinks he's got 2 lots.
Yeah.
And he's gone. He can stuff that. So I think we both deserve a bit of a rest now. I think, Adam. Thanks again for your invaluable contribution to the comms.
Not a problem at all. Thoroughly enjoyed it as always.
Yeah, it's been, and the stream, as far as I know, has held up. We've not had any repeat of the technical issues that we had in the past rounds, where it was in 3 parts. But that was round 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, on a note on that, if anybody is just joining us for the first time, wants to know what happened in the first half of the season, there are 2 videos that have gone up showing the first half of the season. It's in 2 parts. So we've got the first couple of rounds in 2 30-minute videos showing all the action and all the best bits from the first half of the season. So you can always go back and watch that, like and subscribe as Jimmy always says, and yeah, you'll catch up with everything that's led us up to this halfway point in the season.
Yeah, well, we tried to get as many people in those videos as we could. It was literally. There were so many bits to choose from. We had to, otherwise we could have had 2-hour-long videos, but we had to trim it down. So I hope we managed to capture. Some people have featured in it on more than one occasion. Cavinci was one for his acrobatics at Spa. But there's been some fantastic racing, hasn't there, Adam? Overtakes.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
it's just been proper touring cars all the way through.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've still got another 4 rounds to go, so I can hardly wait for this.
It's if the first 6 rounds are anything to go by, then we're in for a treat. I think we're going to be in for a huge showdown. I think this has got all the characteristics. It's got all the ingredients to go to the wire.
It's building up, isn't it? It's definitely building up. You got Clay Jacks, who's returned with a vengeance, so he's going to be obviously trying to score points and get his way back up into the championship, as maybe unrealistic as it might be for him to win the championship, but while he's winning points, he's taking points off of everybody else, isn't he?
Well, that's it. Well, he's behind the wheel, and determined, as we all know how determined Clay Jacks is and how quick he is, ruthless in a good way. He'll appreciate all that. They're all compliments. He's always been up on a pedestal all the way through CCR. He's, as well as LFC Ben. There's been a group, as well as Danny himself. They're the guys to beat, and that's who everybody looks up to. And as Danny touched on, he said Clay Jacks come back with a statement, and he knew everybody knows what Clay Jacks is capable of, and it was no real surprise. It was great to watch, and yeah. It's only contributing towards the drama for the series, and he's going to give it everything. He won't stop. He'll never give up, and he'll fight to the last race, the last lap, the last drop of fuel. He'll give it everything, and hopefully it'll turn out. And fingers crossed. It could be a finale. If season 2 was to go by, Adam, when we famously got our maths completely wrong.
Yeah.
At Bathurst. Yeah. If we have another one of those, we're going to have to get our calculators out, I'm sure.
It's going to get confusing because, I mean, as it stands, Clay Jacks is a little bit further down in the standings, obviously, at the moment in the Drivers' Championship, but people have been driving his car in his absence, and his results tonight is really going to help Renault in the manufacturers. So we could possibly, for the first time, see a different drivers' champion to a different manufacturers' champion, which is something that we haven't had before.
Yeah, that's very true. So we've got all the congratulations coming in on the just quickly before I wrap up the stream. We've got. I think Clay Jacks wants to relive his double win, asking to share the replays. I'll be sharing them anyway, to get photos and to get results and to get footage for various reasons. But on that note, it's coming up to 9:30, which is Adam's bedtime, even on a Saturday, because he's turned 40 now, so he's yes.
Say, I'm an old codger like you now, aren't I?
See, I'm sending.
That's my cue to leave. I think they're after me.
I've sent them on the web. I've sent them for all your abuse. So yeah, on that note, on that siren, shall I say? That was a novel end to the stream, wasn't it? Right, that's been round 6 with Jimmy Codger and Adam Barth on comms for round 6 at Barcelona, Catalunya. Next week, round 7, Saturday, the 2nd of August, 7:15 p.m. in the UK. So you have to work that out for wherever you're watching from. But hopefully you can tune in again to watch more fast-paced action. It's only going to get better. They just keep raising the bar every week. So without any more jabbering from me and Adam, it's time to sign off for the stream. So have a great rest of the weekend. I'm off to Alton Park tomorrow for a Gold Cup viewing, not participating, obviously. So that should be a good day out for me. Enjoy the week ahead, and I'll be releasing the points tables, and there'll be photos coming up. I'm sure Ekberg is going to be providing us some photos as usual, and all the information will be in Discord. I'll release the track probably tomorrow or Monday to give you some practice time. Can't give anything away here. I will let you know ASAP. Actually, I might be able to give you an inside scoop on the track while we speak. Oh, we're off to Japan. We're off to Atopolis next weekend. So pack your bags and your umbrellas.
Oh God, it's back.
They think the race suits have dried out from Suzuka. They probably just left them there in a heap, wet, ready to put back on. Right, that is Jimmy Codger signing off for round 6 tonight. What a result, and what a stream. I tell you what, we've enjoyed every minute of it. So until next Saturday, that is Jimmy signing off. Take care, enjoy the week ahead, all the best, and see you next weekend.